Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Beyond the Core. I'm Armand Batra, and today I have a very special guest with me, Isaac Benjamin Mah. Do you want to introduce yourself, Isaac?
Yeah. So hi guys. Isaac Mah. I coach at Off the Dribble (OTD). I'm a tutor as well, and I'm going to law school in September. Yeah.
It's pretty good, Isaac.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so take me back to where you were playing on OTDs, when you first started on OTD's U18 Division 1 team. What did basketball mean to you at that point or that stage of your life?
See, like, I've been in OTD since I was 12 years old. So I played for Mel for about. I've known Mel this year. I've known Mel for 10 years, which is insane. Shout out OTD. Shout out Mel. So yeah, that U18 team, I think, across all the teams that I've played, might have been one of the best, I guess, groups of like the best group of individuals I've ever
In
played.
terms of talent?
Like in terms of talent, like I
Oh.
think that was like one of the most talented teams that OTD might have ever had.
Oh, so that was a team with Carl and Caleb.
Yeah, Carl. I think Caleb was in there. Divin was there. Ash, Siraj was there. We had a lot of good players, bro. I think Ollie was there as well. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a lot of good players, bro. Charlie was there as well. So we had a couple seasons with Charlie and Ryan. Those guys, those are hoopers, bro.
Yeah.
They're very good, very good, bro. I think at that point of my life, like, and I was young as well, so like basketball meant everything to me, bro. Like, I think at that point in my life, I was like living and breathing basketball, everything basketball. At that point, I was actively training like a lot. I used to train like maybe 3-4 times a week. Sometimes even do 2 days on top of school and all and IB as well.
Yeah.
And so, like basketball really meant a lot to me at that time, and I'm sad that I couldn't go to the States with Mel when I was younger, due to some, I guess I had IB at the time, so it was very difficult for me to go. But I think if I went when I was younger and I was in much better shape than I am now, I could have maybe made it effective. Yeah, I
Okay.
could have.
So you were saying that at that point in time, the OTD team, the USD
Yeah.
team was super talented. Do you think being in that company or being in that sort of environment where you're kind of forced to get better obviously had an impact on the way you thought of basketball and the way you thought and how your mindset shifted?
Yeah, most definitely. Back in those days, our practices was one of the most intense sessions I think we ever had, especially for the 18s, bro.
Yeah.
Because let's just talk about maybe like our scrims, right? Our team scrimmages. We were fighting for every possession because we had like 40, 50 people show up to a practice. So it's 40, 50 of us and one ACS bar, or maybe two,
Yeah.
right? So if we lost that scrimmage game, we're out for a while. So every single game was competitive. Every single game was we're fighting, snatching for rebounds. We're boxing out every possession, making every layup, trying to make as many shots as possible, and we were really swinging that ball as well. I think that team we weren't we were never selfish.
Yeah.
Ball always moved, so I think that helped us a lot in our league games. I think there was a couple of seasons where we literally went undefeated until the finals.
Oh,
for,
wow.
Yeah,
So
I think so. We had that roster for maybe 3 seasons from a stretch of 2022 to the end of 2023, right? So
Yeah.
it was like the August to December 2022 and the
Yeah.
whole of 2023. And I think for like maybe 2 or 3 seasons in a row, we went undefeated until the finals, and I think we lost the finals by like 2 or 4 points.
so unfortunate.
Yeah. We had like we played in, I think there was an Asia Pacific tournament as well. We were playing I think the winners of the whole tournament. We were up by like 15, 20. Short of players, we all got a bit gassed and we lost that one. So yeah, a lot of unfortunate series of events, but I think that squad was hella talented, right? Like it was really good, man. Yeah.
Okay. So walk me through the experience of play going undefeated the entire season and then losing in the
Oh,
finals of the Asia Pacific tournament.
nah.
What
So
was that experience like?
so we went undefeated in IBTS, lost in the finals, and then for I think this was YBL and SPBL. we went undefeated for 2 seasons in a row, and we lost in the finals, and it was heartbreaking, bro. I think a lot of us did cry after the game. I really appreciated that because it kind of showed that we really cared about this. This meant something to us,
Yeah.
right? And um, I think for all the games that we played, for everyone who's played on that team as well, I think looking back on it now, I think that made us stronger, right? As individuals and as a team. Um, and the reason I say that is because now, whenever you do in life, wherever everyone may be in life, right? I think the hardship, right, of losing has taught us that we never want to lose again. So anything, I believe that, like, whatever anyone does in life, wherever they may be now, they will always aim to win.
So you kind of use that, like,
Exactly.
that loss to
Right.
fuel
Exactly.
your hunger and your drive
Yeah, and
to be better.
especially I think that's like, this is now speaking for me myself, right? I think like for everything I do now, I try never to lose. Like my whole goal is win, win, win. If I don't win, I think I fail. Like I'm serious.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
the real definition of
Right.
winning,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, when you fail. So I heard also like now you're an assistant coach for OTD
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Because you're how old are you?
I'm 21.
21 years old. So obviously you stepped into a leadership position at OTD.
Mm-hmm.
So once you stepped into coaching and seeing things from like Coach Mel's perspective, how did your understanding of basketball and your especially your role in it start to
Right.
shift and start to change?
I think sometimes when you're playing the game, and when coaches tell you something, a lot of the players like they get it in your mind, right? But once you sit down and you just watch the game unfold, and you realize like, hey, I'm doing that. I know coach is telling me to do something else, but I'm still doing that. Although I know I'm supposed to, I'm like subconsciously supposed to do what my coach is telling me. Once you see it from a coaching's perspective, you understand, and that's what kind of, you know, brightened like my horizon, right?
Okay.
Yeah, broaden my horizons. Yeah, and I think I understood whatever Mel used to tell me as a kid. I fully understood the moment I started coaching. So I picked up coaching when I was in my last season in 2023. It was just for like pure fun, like pure fun of it. It was me and Ash. Both of us were coaching the 14D2 team. That was with those are my guys. Those are my guys that were in that team. Ja,
Oh yeah.
Nick, Quinn, Mikhail. These guys were all on that team, right? And I think I just took a couple of games just to help Mel out because there was too many games happening at once, and I found like, yo, I really love this.
So what about it like really made you feel like you wanted to get into it? Because you've
Right.
pursued it. And
Yeah.
you spoke to
I
Mel
think it's been
about it.
what 3 seasons now?
Yeah,
No,
it's been
4.
a long time.
Yeah, it's
You've
been
gone
4 seasons.
you've had a very impressive record as well in SBBL.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
and
I
in
really
Super
do.
League as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what are your thoughts? Like, what were your
Um,
thoughts during the game when you were coaching? Like, what made you say, you know what, I actually love coaching so much that I want to actually pursue it?
I think just sharing the love of the game to the younger generations.
So like kind of giving back to
Right.
the game.
Exactly. Right. And there, like I love to shoot the ball. I can shoot the ball well.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like for some of these younger generations, they might not have the right mechanics.
Mhm.
So teaching basketball just gives me that joy, and I enjoy it so much. Right? It's like yeah.
Well, I'm glad you found like a sense of passion in something
Right.
that you're doing. Because also not only benefiting you, it's benefiting the next generation
Right.
in terms of
Right.
mechanics, in terms of
Right.
shooting, just overall improving Singapore basketball culture.
Exactly.
So also while coaching, you also began helping students find their perfect tutor.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I
So
did.
how has basketball influenced the way you approach matching the perfect student to the perfect teacher, and also mainly, why is matching the perfect student to the perfect teacher so important for you?
I think so. When you look at like you as a basketball player, and sometimes you go and play in your friend's team or whatever, and you start realizing, hey, I don't get the minutes that I deserve, right? Put it in the context of studying, right? You're a student, you're struggling in say maths, and your parents engage a tutor that doesn't really help you, right? You definitely want to do something about it. So that's why I'm trying to fix this little gap, right? And I myself have been put in different teams where I get looked upon, like overlooked,
Yeah.
and I don't get put in the right positions. I'm big, but I play guard.
Yeah.
I have no post moves whatsoever, right? So like but if I go and play like local basketball now, because I'm 6'2", I might be a center. So I have to. The same thing happens a lot in the tuition industry in Singapore. I think a lot of parents in Singapore just say, hey, this ABC tuition center is the best. So if I pay the best, I should get the best. My son somehow should be the best.
Yeah.
But in reality, that's not how it really works. The tutor's teaching style, the coach's play style, the system, right, might not fit your child. And so that's why I started picking this up. And I mean, I myself, as a student back in the past, have went through this before, had multiple tutors in my life, right? Some of them worked out, some of them didn't work out, right? Some of them, they couldn't teach me anymore because the syllabus changed. I went to a local school for a little bit before I went to an international school. And so the syllabus changed, I had to change tutors as well. So finding the perfect student matching the perfect student with the perfect tutor meant so much to me, because that way every kid I help succeeds.
Yeah.
And it boils back down to my original point of winning in life. Winning in basketball translating to winning in life.
Yeah.
Right? To ensure that I never see a kid get left behind. That I never see a kid who I can help find with my resources, help find the best for him. What's truly best for him, and not what is perceived as the best for him.
Yeah, that's actually a great insight, because I feel like that's not just like a Singapore sort of notion.
Exactly.
That okay, since this place is the biggest, they have to be doing something right. So I have to send my kid there.
Right.
That's obviously such a biased perspective.
Exactly.
And I'm glad you're one of the people
Thank you.
breaking those biases, because this is really important, and not just from a basketball perspective, obviously from a tuition perspective, from just a life perspective as well.
Right. Yeah.
It's really important to find the right one for you.
Exactly.
Otherwise, what is the point? So I'm glad you see that as a way of your winning in life.
Thank you.
Because that benefits everybody in the end. So you also made the decision to step away from Nanyang Technical University to pursue law in the UK. So I want to talk more about your mindset that you developed, because I can see one of the aspects of your mindset being winning is basketball and now translated to winning in life. So when you make that decision, how did the mindset that you developed being on that team help you navigate that uncertainty?
Ooh. I think leaving NTU in Singapore was one of the scariest moments I had in my life. Truth be told, I had to really sit down with my parents and have the conversation of, hey, I think this is not what is meant for me. And the brain, right? It always looks for that safety. So let's say right now, you're always looking for that yes or no answer, right? It satisfies the mind, right? So I think during that time when I was applying to schools as well, that waiting period was so annoying. And going back to the first question of me maturing, right? I think that aspect really came in here. It taught me patience, right? Patiently waiting for the results to come out, and for anyone who's applying to college, waiting for any college decision, I think it's such a painful moment. And but I'm so fortunate that basketball, with all that anger in me when I was a kid, it was not there anymore. So I didn't get angry when, say, I got rejected from XYZ school, right? I took it as, okay, this wasn't good, that wasn't good, maybe in their loss. Right? I can make something of myself in the future. And
it's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, right. And to the school that I'm going to, Bristol, I think it's just a great platform for me. And I think how do I put this?
I know this might be a tough subject for you.
Yeah, no, it's
so recent, so
yeah,
fresh.
I think in life especially. So for me as well, when I was younger, I think to give the audience some context.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was big, so I was like 14, maybe like 84 kilos.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
wow.
huge. So I was like a center. So
Yeah.
at that point in my life, I was playing center.
Mhm.
But I lost so much weight in like 2019,
Yeah.
and
So that was
so
the year you
yeah,
qualified,
yeah.
right?
No, no, this year like I was like 15.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and so like I lost so much weight then, and I transitioned to a guard,
Mhm.
right? I think it's the same kind of transition is happening here, right now, from one position to another, and there's this feeling of, hey, I don't know what's gonna happen next,
Oh, yeah.
and basketball has taught me that, hey, as long as I stick to what I know, right? When I coach, I always say this: know your personnel, right? As long as you know your personnel, know where your limits are, and I think the most important thing is have faith in yourself. I think everything will be okay.
Yeah. So clearly you had that faith in yourself in
Yeah.
basketball to make that such a big transition.
Right. I
So
did.
obviously something's I hope something positive happens for you through this one as
Thank
well,
you.
right?
Right.
'Cause this seems quite recent, so
Right.
good luck to you.
Yeah.
And so as you think about your future and whether college in the UK is the next step or not, how does basketball continue to shape the way you make such big decisions? Because clearly we've talked about your mindset a lot. That's one of the aspects I really want to focus and hone in on because I think that's such a positive way to look at life in general because a lot of people just don't look at life the way you do. They don't have that winner's mindset. So I kind of want to understand from you, like, how does basketball and the mindset that you gave it that continue to help you make big decisions in life?
I think especially if we're looking in the context of law, right?
Law, okay.
Law, right? Because that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Uh, truth. I mean, let's look at the facts. If you're a lawyer and you don't win,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of suck.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why I picked this field, right? Is because winning is important, right?
In general or to you?
No, I'm in law, right?
Oh,
Helping your
yeah.
clients win. It could be criminal law, family law, right? Maybe a bad divorce,
Yeah.
right? And you're not at fault. If you could make like, if I'm in the position where I can help you, right, in the future, say win, not say win, but like get what you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would fulfill my life. And so that's everything I've learned in basketball, right? It's whatever hard work you put in, whatever amount of time you put in, you'll reap the benefits. And I think
Yeah.
the same thing is here. The benefit would be me helping society in whole. I think as me as a person, I think that's very important,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So helping society as a whole. So that's why, and then law is, I feel law is very important. It's like
Yeah.
but yeah, so like I think that's and I think in Singapore there's this coach, his name's Coach G.
Mm-hmm.
He always advocates about how winning on the court translates to winning off the court,
Yeah.
right? I think he is another great example of how basketball has really changed his life, right? Okay.
Okay. So Isaac, we've talked about a lot throughout this
Right.
entire episode. We talked a lot about how you developed the early mindset of winning is everything, and how winning in basketball translated to winning in everything. When you make that jump from a player to a coach, from a coach to having a side business of
Right.
matching the perfect tutor to the perfect student. So I think that kind of wraps up today. So I just want to say one more thing. Thank you so much for
No worries.
being on this
No worries,
podcast.
no worries.
I think your story really shows that basketball just doesn't shape exactly how you play the game. It kind of shapes how you think, how you've handled uncertainty in your personal life, and also how success feels when things don't always go your way. So, thank you so much.
No
and I
worries.
really appreciate you being here. So, thank you for watching this episode of Beyond the Court. If this episode resonated with you, please take a second to reflect on how the game has influenced your own path. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.